tales galore. Oh, taste of stories, spinning yeast and grain. Mr. B goes round the world again. So if you like, then stick around. Cheers to the nights we banished all our fears. Mr. B will raise the bar, you bet. With every pint of ale we won't forget.
Evening. So first thing is, am I muted? Because this is always my big mistake on these lives. If there's anyone there, actually I'm getting thumbs up from Mrs. B. So I'm not muted. That's the first, isn't it? That's a good start. So welcome, people. Evening, Buddy, Esco, BJT, Simo. Fantastic. Yeah. Now we can hear you. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So this is another one of my lives. Getting used to doing these now, these little short lives, though, not the big ones, not the ones that like Simo does and all that, and where it goes out of control. Quite simple little lives and more about tasting the beer. And this one is beers from Four Priests Brewery in Middlewich. Andy Thomason is the owner, and visited there last Saturday with Slurpy Dave and the gang. So, like Gluggy Duggy and that. We all went down to Four Priests Brewery in Middlewich, and we tried the beers on cask, and I came away and bought four of the beers. So tonight I'm going to try the four beers that I bought. Just wanted to give them a shout out, really. So a little bit of interesting, well, not interesting, a little bit of background for Four Priests. Who else? Evening, David. Hope you're well. Let's go. Let's see if I can do this right now, because I haven't got me sidekick Simo helping me out. So I've got to try and remember this. Present, share screen, still amateur at this, and then click on that one, and hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you can anyway. So Andy, there's Andy. There's a picture of Andy. This is his website. So it's Four Priests Brewery, so .co.uk. So you're not keeping it all down the side of the house, Andy. Not a chance. That's his. That was his Mrs. Sarah, who also works with him in the tap room, and I'm sure she does a lot more as well in the background. And his son, Elliot, who the three of them give us a really good, warm welcome last week. And so he's got a YouTube channel. So go and follow that. And that's got his story. Really interesting now, from home brewer to basically doing his little brewery there in Middlewich. And then he got a tap room. And that's the one we went to visit last week. And just let me get back off here now. So that's about Andy. If you can read that, you can go and visit that. Hopefully I'm back on. Yep. There we go. Still getting used to this. Four Priests walking into a pub. Yeah, that's it. So the first beer I'm going to try, I've got a ginger beer. I've got a stout. I've got a New England IPA pale ale. And I've got an American pale ale. So the first one I'm going to go for is the ginger beer. So it's called ginger. Oh, the lighting. Let me get rid of that there. Ginger beard. Now, Andy was approached by a family of a local lad who passed away, and they asked him to brew a beer in the honour of, I think the chap was called Liam, and Andy did. It was for an event, and it was really popular beer that he's kept on brewing it, and the family still local and go into Andy's tap room, and they enjoy this. This was actually on last week, but I didn't have it on cask. So I'm looking forward to this. It's 4.3%. I've picked that sort of glass for it to go into. Mrs. B sat here as well, so she's going to give them a try, see what she thinks. So let's get them in. Let's get the beer. Oh, wow. I mean, I like ginger beer. I like ginger cordial. I like anything. Look at that. Look how clear that is. Looks superb. Let's get it all in. Let's go for it. Look how clear that is. That's not really coming across that clear on the camera, but it's absolutely crystal clear. A little bit of carbonation there. Nice white head. The aroma. Wow. He says, pale ale with ginger root. So if I say anything on there, I'll have a little read of that. But straight away, I've massive ginger notes. and it smells like fresh ginger, doesn't it?
Wow.
Doesn't smell synthetic whatsoever. It's got a real fresh, refreshing nose on it. Definitely ginger. And I thought I'd go with this one first because then it's not going to ruin the rest of the beers. I'll put the stout second, which will calm down, hopefully, the flavour of this on the palate. Anyway, cheers, Four Priests. Let's try it. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. You're getting a little bit of the malt on the back, a little bit of the malt, but the ginger's there. It feels really light on the palate, so it's quite refreshing. What do you say? It's like a ginger biscuit vibe because of the malt and the ginger. It's making like a ginger biscuit, which is really good.
No, I'm not a fan of ginger.
No.
But that's not overpowering. It's just there.
It's not burning either.
No.
There's no heat.
Know it's ginger.
Yeah, you just know it's ginger. Well, you know it's ginger off the nose.
Well, yeah. No, but you know,
it's
not like...
You're not going to mistake that for anything but ginger.
Well, no.
You know, on the nose, it's like superb.
Too much.
No, it's not too much. It doesn't burn. It's got a nice, like I say, mouthfeel. It's low carbonated, which if you watch my channel, that's what I prefer. I prefer a beer that's got low carbonation. It's crystal clear. 4.3, I think I said. Really sessionable and really refreshing, especially now, spring, summertime. Let me just have a read what it says on the side. Evening, Paul. Man is an exact, not quite. Almost 8 kilograms of zingy burr officinal went into this beer. That's common ginger to you and me. At a push, the flowering plant can only manage to reach a height of 1.8 meters and can't play the drums. Liam was 2 full meters of ginger percussionist, filled to the brim with rib-cracking humour and a passion for music, and an absolute legend. That's Liam who brewed this beer in honour. We first brewed this beer in 2024 in memory of Liam. His close friends joined us to brew it together, and it went on to win Beer of the Festival at Middlewich. It's a cask regular at our tap room too. There you go. So that is definitely, if you get a chance to, if you like ginger and you like something refreshing, it's like a ginger pale ale. Yeah, that's what it is, pale ale with ginger. It's got a lovely little biscuity note on it. I think it's definitely worth going for. I do know, if you go to Four Priests Brewery, I should have put my ticker on for this as well. See, I'm still not letting me show that. That's the beer we're drinking. If you go to that website that was just up then and go and check them out. Now, if you get in touch with Andy, he'll probably let you mix the beers, and he works full time and he does his brewery and he does his brewing. So you can imagine how mad busy he actually is as well. But he's a real top guy. He was busy as heck last week when we went, like say, with Slurpee and that. He was just off his feet then, but he did give us the time of day, and he did a little bit of a brewery tour for us and a bit of a chat, which was, absolutely fantastic. So that's a good one. What do you think then? What would you say if I took you into Four Priests and got you half of that? Would you enjoy it? Would you? Because obviously you're not a ginger fan.
Yeah, I'd be all right with that.
You'd be all right with that.
I'd be all right with that.
That's good. That's good. So even if you're not too much of a ginger fan, you'd enjoy it. It's just that refreshing palate.
Yeah, it's a nice, like you say, starter beer.
Just to clean the palate, and then it's really quite refreshing. Evening, Dave. Evening, Slurpee. Just been saying about our trip down there last week, and how welcoming it was. And Andy gave us a lot of time. He took us around the brewery, which was fantastic. And it was just a really good couple of hours spent there. We enjoyed the beers. I don't know if you may have tried that, Dave. I can't remember if you tried it on cask. But it's a lovely, refreshing little beer. Little zing of ginger, but really refreshing on the palate, light on the palate. Yeah, so it's a good beer to start with. Yeah, it's nice. It's very, very well brewed. And when we was there, we, like I say, we went in the brewery a bit. And if you watch his YouTube videos, we knew his brewery wasn't massive. It's not huge, but we didn't expect it to be as small as it actually was. I mean, it's not tiny, but the room, it just felt like you could everything is just strange and, bit surreal being there and seeing all the equipment, which you see on his YouTube video, and it just looks bigger on the YouTube than when you're actually there. Yeah, I think it was the other way around. I think Slurpee was leading me astray. But it was a great afternoon, great evening. Really enjoyed, great company. Like I say, Four Priests, and then we went on to, I think we started off at the King's Lock, if I'm right, Dave. We had a beer. Well, you started the day off even earlier than me. I met you around about 4:00, and then we went to the Four Priests, and then we went to, I think it was called the White Bear. Am I right in that? And went in there and had a couple of drinks. It was just a really, really good, chilled out day with lots of dad jokes and great company as well, which was fantastic. So yeah, that's the ginger beard. I'm not gonna drink them all now. I'm gonna just keep moving on because I'm gonna get bloated and full and not enjoy the rest. So I'll just have another slurp. Why are you laughing at me for?
I'm not going to drink it. I'll proceed to nearly drink it.
I know, but it's quite refreshing. I'm just going to have another slurp, another bit. It really was, Paul. It was a great day. It really. Yeah. Was it on? It was definitely there, wasn't it? Was it keg or cask? I can't remember. It must have been keg. It's more like a keg. I'm thinking. What does it say on here? It's a cask regular at the tap room, so I can't remember if it's cask or keg, Dave. But yeah, it's a nice drink. It's a nice, easy drink, well brewed. Good on Andy. Andy's a great guy. I love his beers. Yeah, Craig, he is. He really, really is. He's such a Can I share this? Let's see if I can do it again. Like I say, I'm getting used to it. Share my screen again. Share screen. Four Priests Brewery. Share. I mean that's his brewery. That's him there, proud as punch, and he should be as well. Tap room dates. He's not open every weekend. He's got, like I say, he's got a full-time job as well, and he's got to brew. So I think the red is when he's open. I'm sure it is. And there's his beers. I had the Murgy Straight last week. I think Dave, well, no, someone definitely had the Moston Dragon. Unfortunately, that wasn't in can, and the Murgy wasn't in can either, so I couldn't get hold of that. I went with the Cross Stout last week on cask, which was a lovely beer. Dave then moved on to the Get Locky. Dave was drinking the Get Locky at 5.8%. And then, there's a ginger beard as well. Unusual but delightful pale ale brewed with crisp extra pale malt, grated root ginger, and Mandarina Bavaria hops. Also German hops, 4.3%, and it's vegan. So there you go. But you can go on there, go and click, and you can go on this bit, go on his shop, and have a little mooch if you want to support him as well. So stop sharing. There we go. So yeah, it was. Yeah, I bought an alcoholic ginger beer the other day. What? I bought an alcoholic ginger beer the other day. He was fuming. Am I not getting? Why am I not getting it? Why are you laughing? Oh, it's just. Oh, Dave. Oh. Yeah, King's Lock. Then White Bear. Yeah, you put me to bed. Yeah, Mrs. B came and collected me while I was polaxed on the floor. No, it was a great day. It really, really, really was. Okay, so let's move on to the next beer, which is the Cross Stout. This is the Cross Stout coming at 4.2%. Let me change that ticker. This is an oatmeal stout. Hopefully that's going to come up on there now. You have to excuse me because I get confused with how to put your comments on the screen as well. Here we go. I think I can do it. I went for a walk in the day yesterday with my nephew. I struggled with mum, so I needed a beer at the end. Yeah, I would have needed a beer to start, to be honest with you. Yeah, it could be twins. King's Lock Tap Room finishing the White Bear. Yeah, no, it was a great day. Yeah, nice reward. So let's get this cracked open. What I've gone with this one, I've gone for the old-fashioned dimple pot because it's a stout. It's an oatmeal stout. It's a bit of a traditional beer. That's the thing they are. I think even Andy would admit it himself that he's like a modern trad brewer. He does a lot of the cask beers, and that's what he seems to focus on. And we will be getting to a New England, like I say, which he's done with a collab beer, but that's next. So let's get this cracked open anyway. What did I say? 4.2% Four Priests Cross Stout. This was really, I really enjoyed this last week. I was getting big hits of coffee when I was drinking this last week. Real big hits of coffee on the cask. Tell you what, that has transferred to can superbly. It's not overcarbonated. I can't hear it fizzing like a can of Coke, which is great. Because sometimes when you get a stout in a can, it just fizzes away, which is really frustrating. It's done a great job there. And the first thing, the aroma I'm getting is what I got last week. And it's vanilla. I get like vanilla. Honestly, I get like vanilla. I'm getting vanilla, caramel. It's got a different nose. Vanilla, caramel, chocolate. And when I had it in cask last week, it was like coffee. Coffee's more subtle. Do you have the aroma? So yeah, when we was on cask last week, it was like big coffee hit on the nose. That's more vanilla, caramel, chocolate, I'd say, on the nose. What are you getting?
A bit of biscuit in.
Bit of what?
Biscuity.
Biscuit, like a digestive, like a chocolate digestive.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks fantastic in the glass. It really does. I mean, look at that. Keeping its head well. Carbonation again, super low. You've done a fantastic job here, Andy, to control that carbonation into the can. Just about some there. Simo's back. All right, Simo. What's it saying? I went to the grave of man who invented the crossword. Went through the main gate, and the grave was 4 across and 3 down. Yeah, see what this is what it's like last week with Dave. Evening, oh, evening, Josh. Hope you're well. Nice to have you in there, mate. So let's get the take. Can I get any more in the glass? Can I get any more in the glass? But like you enjoyed this last week, didn't you, Dave? You had this on cask as well. I don't know if you had a couple of these, but I do. I like you say you went onto the big hit in Get Locky. You were very brave. Okay, cheers. That's nice, but as most beers, it's better on cask. That's nice in the can. It's got less coffee note in the can for me. Caramel's there, chocolate's there, and like I say, that vanilla, I mean, it's there in the cask. But the coffee on this, I think, is really pulled back compared to how it was on cask. Carbonation is there. You can feel it on the tongue. What you getting on that? What are you getting on that? As Mrs. B's tasting it, I'll have a little read. Licorice, you always get like a licorice, don't you, in stouts?
It's nice, that though.
Smooth, nice body, 4.2%. It's got a lovely body on it. Smooth, nice mouthfeel, isn't it? It's not overly carbonated, which is fantastic. What a first year he's put on the back of the can. Since the trial batch of Mergy Straight was brewed in April 2022, we've produced and sold thousands of pints to pubs, bars, and festivals. We couldn't be happier. And all under the spotlight of YouTube and our wonderfully supportive audience who tune in every week to cheer us on. No pressure then. We love you all. Thank you. Brewed in Cheshire. And that is the Cross Stout. And it's 4.2%, 440 ml, vegan friendly, Marisotta, wheat malt, malted oats, crystal and roasted malts, East Kent Goldings and Bramling Cross hops. And there you go. That's the Four Priests Stout. Now I will go back to that screen, share screen, and let's see what it says on there. Okay, so the beers, does it say anything different on here for his stout? No, it's just exactly what I've just been saying on there. So yeah, so that's a 4.2% stout, and it is totally different to me. I think it's crazy because it's the same. That'll be the same brewed beer. That some have gone into cask, and some have gone into can, and he wouldn't have brewed them separate for cask and can. I don't think anyway, because like I say, he's ultra busy, but it's just that the can format probably gone through some sort of carbonation, and it's just changed slightly the flavour. The coffee is definitely stripped more back, but it's still a good gear. Gear?
What?
It's good gear. Yeah. Do you want some of this gear? It's good, this gear. That's it, you've lost it. Mrs. B's lost it. Most cask ale's not cold enough. Yeah, well, that's interesting actually, because Andy's just had a cooling unit fitted into his room. It's what you Slurpee might know what it's called, but it's not a cellar. It's a room next to the bar, and it's all insulated. He's putting a new cooling system in there, and he's probably getting his beers 10 degrees, which I think is perfect for cask. A good cask temperature, about 10 degrees. I enjoy cask beer. I really do enjoy cask. I always look for cask over keg when I go into a pub. That's the first thing I look for, a cask, because I like the mouthfeel. I think the flavour's a little bit different, and I think the carbonation in keg can sometimes be harsh and strip some flavour, but that's just my personal opinion. But he did it really, really well. It's amazing how there is a difference there, tasting it. Cheers anyway, sub 10. Thanks for coming in. I've been having Viagra and prune stout for breakfast. I don't know if I'm coming up. It's that. Oh, so yeah, you agree, Dave? Less coffee in the can. I'm glad you said that, because that's my thoughts exactly. It really is. Oh, we've got another Dave. Got Cheshire Homebrew. Cheers, Dave. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. Really do. There you go, Slurpee saying hi to Cheshire Dave. Sounds a fair point, Rob. Cask over. Yeah, it's just my preference. I mean, I enjoy keg beer, but if I see that both beers, one's cask and one's on keg, it's the same beer, I'm gonna lean towards keg, just because I don't know. It's it's a very British thing in it, keg, and we should be shouting about it. It's not brewed. It's not packaged as well anywhere else apart from the UK. Cask beer is just not the same anywhere outside of the UK. Hi, Dave and all. Simo saying, just had a mooch on their site for. I'll keep my eyes peeled for a restock. Yeah, that's it, Simo. Yeah, just and to be honest with you, if you sent an email to Andy and he wanted some sort of mix or something, I'm sure he would definitely help you out with that. I'm certain he would. He's, like I say, he's just a really cool guy. He really, really is. I know it's not the ginger that's knocked that coffee away. It just doesn't show in the can. But definitely there's big caramel notes showing more in that can. It's really smooth. Really, really smooth. Do you want a little bit more? That's a really smooth. I think I paid for the 4 cans about £12.50, I think. So I don't know what they were individually, but some might have been a little bit more than others. So what you roughly, what's that? We're looking at £3 a can ish, £3.10. I don't know, but yeah, it's a good price as well for a good product. Excuse me, that's carbonation. Just mute the mic there. Yeah, David, cast for the win. That's my opinion as well. Cheshire Dave went to the doctors and required blood urine, semen and stool samples, so Cheshire Dave just gave doctors underpants. Oh, cheers, Timo. There you go. If you want to go and check it out as well, fourpriests.co.uk. There's me saying I'm not going to drink them all. I'm going to move on. But that's lovely. That really is lovely. Cross stout, oatmeal stout, smooth. You know what? As that's warming up, I'm leaning towards your licorice.
I don't need for it to warm up.
As that's warming up now, I'm getting that licorice that you're talking about. No stool, just an armchair. Yeah, I've watched Dave. I'd say 10 years. I'd say probably about 10 years now, Dave, and he's not too far from me as well. Dave remembers the homebrew shop on the A6 near, which is now a pizza. What is that? It's like a pizza
shop.
Pizza
And
craft beer sort of shop. But yeah, I know I'm calling him Cheshire Dave now because of Slurpee. I know that Dave used to go there as well. I can't even remember what it was called. The homebrew shop on the A6. That's all I ever knew it as, on Dundonald Street. But there you go. Let me go put that back up. Okay, so moving on to the third beer, and I'm getting the sniffles. I'm getting the sniffles like Disco does, which is really weird. I'm telling you, beer can give you the sniffles. There's something in it. My brother as well, when I go to his in Anglesey, we have a good night on the beers, he's sneezing and sniffling. And anyway, so this one I don't think is on the website. Let me just turn that light away. So on the can, it says under construction. Hopefully that's coming across. It's a Four Priests beer. So it's under construction because it's got trial beer here. And this is a beer that was brewed with Sun Bear Brewing, another Liam. If you remember Lord's Brewing, Liam went up and did a beer with Lord's. I can't remember what that was. But myself and Liam went up on separate occasions and did a beer on their kit. And Liam is sort of starting out now. He's started off as homebrew, and he's going commercial, but very, very small scale. And he's done all the brewing school and everything. If you go and check out Andy's the Four Priests Brewery brew day for this, you'll see Liam, and you'll see how obsessed he is with pH all the way through the brewing, which is a good thing. It really, really is. So this is a New England. Let me put my glasses on. This says New England IPA, and it's 4.8%. So it might be more like a New England Pale Ale, but IPAs nowadays, the range is, whatever. It doesn't matter. Ingredients: water, barley, wheat, oats, hops, and yeast. I remember when we was there last Saturday, it's not been long out of the tank and the dry hop. You should have seen Andy's bucket, but it was absolutely rammed with dry hops. And I also think that this is the most expensive beer, ingredients-wise, that Four Priests have brewed as well. Just let me catch up on some of these comments, and hopefully I'm not ignoring anyone. So he did say it was cask ales in Four Priests tap room with £4, decent enough price. Exactly. And I think, am I right in saying, Dave, he said, Andy himself said, he felt like that was a little bit too much himself, but, he had to, he has to charge that, doesn't he, to keep going. It's the hops. My dad always reckoned. I think I disappeared a minute then. Did I disappear? Possibly. And I'm hardwired as well, and I'm still getting that problem, which is just ridiculous. Good price, Dave. Nothing in Edel under £5, what I could see anyway. That's just crazy, yeah. That's it now, isn't it? Cask beer. Yeah. My local, where I go to brew club, it's £5 now. Cask beer. All right, Gareth. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Nice. Thanks for popping in as well. Between £4.20 to £6 if way you're drinking, Preston. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And here we go. My mate Pineapple loved this one. He did, didn't he? Pineapple was on this in Four Priests. So let's get it in the glass. 4.8%. Let's see how this has gone. like I say, it's the first time he's done something that could cause a lot of problems. With it being a big hazy beer, you've got the problems of being oxidized. And this, well, there you go. Hopefully that's coming through well on the camera. That looks just as good as it did last week in that tap room, and my lighting is not giving the best look at all. Out there, it's lovely. It's absolutely. It looks fantastic. It looks better on with here. What do you reckon to that, Mrs. B? The look on that, opaque lemon, looks thick, nice, holding a lovely white head as well. That just looks stunning. The nose, yeah, it's just great. Lots of tropical citrus notes on that nose. That's stunning. That's done really well in a can. That has done fantastic in a can. That smells, Dave, as fresh as it did at the tap room last Saturday. Honestly. And also, I think Andy has put this on cask. I think it's on cask this weekend in the tap room. Oh, that smell. That's the type of nose on the beer that you like. Big smile from Mrs. B. Big smile. Cast down bitter, still £3 pint in the Albert Douglas. Crazy. Looks amazing. It really does. It's hard. It's a nightmare that me lighting is so bad. I keep trying to move it so I can show you. But it is a really your typical New England beer. Don't think that's going to work. It's your typical. No, it's not going to work. Trying to do that. Sorry, what's that say? Does Andy supply local shops or are they just direct? As far as I know, Dave, they are direct from the brewery. And there is pubs around, obviously Middlewich in that area that do his keg and cask. But as far as I know, that the link that Simo had up before was where you can go and check out his beers. Let me just put this on here as well. So this one is Divine Hibernation. Divine for the Four Priests and Hibernation for the Sun Bear, which hibernates. That's how they came up with the name for the beer. So I'm going to get into it. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Four Priests. I'm not bullshitting here, but it's like your bigger brewery. I'm not on about your huge. I'm on about this is more like you get something in the middle of Manchester. I'd say body's light to medium. There's no bitterness. Bitterness is really, for me, pulled right back.
There's none last one.
You don't like the bitterness in the beer. A tiny little bit, but it's pulled right back. Very smooth. Carbonation, again, is super low. It is tropical punch. Now, you would pull out individual notes on that, where for me, I'm getting mango, I'm getting lime, I'm getting like an orange tangerine taste. Pineapple. So it's like a tropical bomb, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And you're going to end up drinking that.
Sorry.
She just carries on. She just keeps.
Well, you don't take it back quick enough.
That is absolutely stunning. That is, I think, I'm certain that's his first, would you call it modern brew, away from your traditional pales, IPA, like your traditional IPAs, your stouts, and that stuff. But this is well brewed and well looked after and fantastic. Getting that into a can and not getting it oxidized, because I was a little bit scared, thinking it might be a little bit murky, a little bit brown, but it certainly isn't. That is another stunner. Just let me catch up again on chat, see who people have dropped in. Nothing better than arriving at a pub by narrowboat. Yeah, it's fantastic. It really is. I'll have to drive over, let Mrs. drive back. Yeah, that's it. That's what my daughter took me last week, and I'm going to have to ask her to take me back. I really am, because it is superb. I grabbed a bottle of J. MPA today. Don't think I've had it before. It's all right. It's all right. It's nothing. It's all right. Hi, Alaskan. Hope you're doing well. Nice to pop in. Thank you. Go down Friday or Saturday, also calling King's Lot for one. Fab pub and a great chippy opposite. Yeah, you enjoyed that, didn't you? And that was, the weather was perfect, wasn't it, last Saturday? Sat in that beer garden. It was just, yeah, that made it. But yeah, this is a fantastic job, this, by Liam and Andy. They've done a cracking job here. I'm sure, I think he did say he's going to rebrew this. And like I say, I wonder what it's like on cask, because it's fantastic in the can. It was nice on keg. Imagine it being pillowy soft, even softer on cask. There you go, have some more of that. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I've given up making super hoppy beers. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, Dave. That and I think Andy's done some. That's what I mean. Because them hops are bright in that. Really bright. They're really punching. There's no harshness. There's no greenness. It's very well made beer, and it really is. I'm telling you, if I was doing a blind tasting, I would think I was drinking a beer in the middle of Manchester. That's that's what I can say about that beer. I really, really can. Yeah, Manchester Pale Ale, Steady Pale Ale. Yeah, it's all right. I prefer it. I prefer that on cask as well. That's another one. I think the Leeds Manchester Pale Ale it's a nice beer on cask, better than it is in bottle, which I think that's the same for most beers, isn't it? Better on cask or anything like that. Yeah, honestly, Dave, it is superb. It is superb, and I wonder how many cans, if he's got any left of that as well, because I can imagine this being a big hitter. I can imagine it being a proper big hitter. And the good thing about the tap room, it was all ages. It was all ages. There was younger lads there and girls, and there was the older folk as well. And it was just a fantastic community in the tap room, and it just, like I say, it was really welcoming. I really enjoyed it, and it's, what is it, about 30 minutes? About 30-minute drive.
Yeah.
So it's definitely somewhere I'd like to be going again. I've just got to twist my daughter's arm. No, I'm joking. I've just got to ask her if she'll take me up and I'll buy her a Coke. Evening, Jamie. Hi, Kevin. Nice to see you both. Thank you for popping in as well. I don't know why I'm getting this sniffles. It's driving me mad, that. How many beers have you slurped? Well, I'm not drinking the full drinks, Kev. I've had this one, the ginger. I've had the stout, and I'm on to the New England IPA, but pale, 4.8%. Absolutely stunning, spot on for the style of beer, and it's just a really, really good beer, that one. I'm going to burp again. Yeah, I'm sure he said he's putting on the cast this weekend. I'm sure he said that. Yeah. Kevin, Jamie, Slurpee. I'm becoming disco with a sniff. I am. I said that. I said I'm getting like disco. It's weird. Something in beer, isn't it? Something in beer. I'm going to have to find out what it is. It's just like, well, Jamie's on the Guinness. Enjoy the Guinness. So, yeah, this is good. I'm moving on to that bigger one now. And if Dave is still here, Dave was drinking this. Was it on cask? Was that on cask, Dave? the Get Locky. Oh, that's lovely. I'm getting a pineapple. Pineapple's coming through. Because that's warming up now. The pineapple's coming through for me. It must be... You pick up... Mrs. B picks up on flavours when they're cooler. And as they warm, I then start to get them. But I'm getting pineapple, mango, real juicy fruit. Yeah. That's a good beer. That's them 3 beers. It is absolutely nothing I wouldn't go back and buy again. It really isn't. I'm going to end up drinking this one.
I'll put it down.
Any questions in chat? Any questions? Histamine. There we go. If you get hay fever, I do. It's great. Sat here sniffling. Does me head in. Yes, must be a great range of people. Us two in a... Yeah. There was some just a little bit older, wasn't there? Just a little bit, Dave. A little bit older than us. Drinking beers with flowers. Yeah, them hops. Yeah, I do get hay fever, but I've been all right until I started drinking these beers. It's just crazy. Where are the jokes? Yeah. Right. Just cracked a Bonus Bay Raven Red. I've not had that one. But I know that. Are they the ones that bonus? Are they the ones that have animals on the labels, the bottles? Or is that different brewery? There we go. So this is the next beer. This is the next one. And I can share the screen because this one is on there. It's dividing the... I'm getting the burping, sniffling. There we go. There's Andy again. His little brewery. So this one, Get Locky. Brewed with extra pale and crystal malts, hopped with Cascade and a hint of Citra. So 5.8%, and it's vegan. So let's get this one cracked. Like I say, Slurpee was on this last week, and I think he just said it's on cask. Older who looked him up. Yeah, older than Dave. Fishing boat. Is it the one that has animals? Is that not? Am I thinking of a different brewery? Yeah, it must be a thing. It's got to be a thing. It's got to be a thing. Yeah, well, I know I'm going to try this one. I have a Bluebird Bitter recently, bottle condition from Coniston. Oh, yeah. That's a good beer, that Bluebird. It really is. Right. Change the banner ticker thing. Show that. Back on there. I'm getting used to this. Get Locky, American Pale, 5.8%. Let's get it in the glass. And I've gone for another... I always forget what these are called. Dave, what are these glasses called? I always forget. Always forget what they're called. There we go. Yeah. Look at that. Caramel looking. Light amber. Lovely off-white looking head. Again, carbonation suits me. Look at that. Look at that. That's fantastic. That really is. You know, I think I did a video last week and I was saying the colour of Lucasade. The colour of Lucasade. See, what I like about this, the hops are quite subtle on the nose, but the malt is there. So you're getting, I feel that on the nose, this is more malt forward than it is like hop forward. Lovely caramel note and malt. Smells, it's floral. A hint of lemon. There you go, Mrs. B. Say what you think that is.
Very
Flowery. Floral.
Yeah, that word as well.
You have to speak up, we can't hear you.
Can't really.
You can't, what, sorry?
There's not much else I can smell, really.
What do you reckon? Floral. I'm getting a slight lemon, but very I'm getting sweet caramel on the nose as well, caramel malt.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just floral.
Rob hopes he gets lucky tonight. And I might get locked out. Talking to this girl, I asked the girl if she would like a dance. She said yes, so I asked her if I could have her chain then. Chair! Oh no. Ugh. Dave.
So slow.
Not normally an IPA fan, but that, yeah, because I think it's more malt forward, Dave. I don't know if that was what you were thinking last week. Mr. and Mrs. B's going to Rocking tonight after this beer sesh. Dave, that is clever. Nonic. Why do I not remember that? 2 reasons for a nonic glass. Is it so it doesn't slip out your hand? Is that one reason? What's the other reason, Dave? Or is it a joke? Come on, Dave. Don't leave us hanging. Sounds like my daughter just fell through the roof. Evening, twin. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Right, let's get into this. So, like I say, caramel, floral, touch of lemon. I wouldn't have guessed Cascade and Citra. I wouldn't have guessed Cascade and Citra hops on this. So Regan's just appeared around the door. So, cheers.
What?
Definitely. Wow, it's easy drinking. 5.8%. It feels very traditional. It feels really traditional in taste. I am 100% picking out the malts more than the hops. The hops seem to be like a back note, just there to control the sweetness of the malt more than anything. Bitterness for me is quite low. Mrs. B will try it and probably say something different. Nice mouthfeel, carbonation, good, controlled. Try that. I have to say, out of the 4, on flavour, that's probably my least favourite. Probably my least favourite because it's not got lots going on. Just feels very traditional, which it is, but it just feels like there's something just not quite there for me. Just something. I don't know I think it's the body. I think the body is a little bit light for a 5.8%, but overall, still very drinkable. Go on.
That could be quite lethal then if that's 5.8.
That's 5.8, yeah. That's what I mean. It's quite an easy, smooth.
Yeah.
You're going to get rid of it.
Because there's nothing offensive about it.
No, there's nothing offensive about it.
All right.
It doesn't. It just, with the others, I think all the others have, yeah, exactly. That showcased ginger. That was caramel. That was, your roasty stout. That was a fruit bomb. And this one's just a pleasant,
extreme traditional
malt traditional beer, which there's nothing wrong with that. I like a good traditional malt beer.
Good start.
But
there.
It shows you the 4 different styles of beers what I've got in front of me. Yeah, good start, 5.8%.
I know, but it doesn't taste like, it doesn't drink like a 5 point whatever.
Good start beer.
No, you know what I mean? So that you just have one of them. Not, it's quite.
I know what you mean.
There.
I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean.
Stick with my gin and tonic.
Yeah, you stick with that gin and tonic. Okay, Paul says the lip on the nonic stops it rolling. I think it helps. Oh, okay. Yeah, they want the Wi-Fi back. That's right, Kevin. She's banging on the floor. Nice to see you, twin. 2 reasons for a glass. 1, easy to stack without glasses sticking to. If it falls on its side, the bubble stops the rim chipping. Oh my! So there's nothing to do with the grip. Cheers. And Arswick Blackwood, greetings from Ukraine. Cheers. Thanks for popping in. Much appreciated. Some people say lemons are sharp. I disagree. You only try slicing bread. But yeah, I know. So you enjoyed this, didn't you, Dave? 5.8% last week. Did you have couple of these? It's really smooth, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's strange. It's got a light body, but it's really smooth. And it's
perplexed you.
Yeah, I don't know why, because when I'm thinking of Cascade and Citra, I thought I was going to get more citrus, and I just feel like it's more floral.
Yeah, maybe that's what you wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
So it wasn't so in your face, and it was
Yeah.
just easy and not complicated.
Yeah. I've had the can and the cask. The cask tastes a lot bolder. Yeah, it's got yeah. That's like the stout. The stout didn't have the coffee notes which it did on cask. I should have tried this on cask because I bet I would have enjoyed. I mean, I'm enjoying this, but I think I would have gone up a level on cask. I reckon it really would, because it just feels like it's shining on the malts more than it is on the hops for an American pale ale. But still, a nice beer. Very traditional in flavour. It really, really is. But all 4 beers have been absolutely fantastic. You can also check out, if you have Facebook, let me share this screen again. Let's see if that's going to work. Where do I go? How do I search him? There. Four Priests Brewery. There we go. So, there he is. There's a little bit of an intro. You can see there's his tap room. That's him advertising it being open. That's his subscribers on YouTube. And there's that beer. There's that beer at the tap. And that's what I'm looking at here. That's exactly what I'm looking at in front of me. Is that it's so much better to see that there. But yeah, you can go follow him on Facebook as well. And follow him on YouTube if you're not already. And if you go watch his older videos as well of him just getting hands-on, building his brewery as well. Evening, Mark. Nice to see you. And Joe, thank you for popping in. Lovely to see you both. Mrs. B, Joe saying hello.
Hello.
And Mark as well. Nice to see you both. It really is. You've caught us at the end again, because I'm finishing again. I think last time you caught me at the end of this. It's a shame, because I don't get enough time to chat with you both, which is a bit frustrating. But I hope you're both doing really well. I hope you did. I hope you enjoyed that. Was you in the when the Newcastle won that trophy? Did you go down and celebrate? Did you get involved? I bet that was amazing. I bet it really, really was. Everyone's saying hello to Mark and Joe. Simo. It's nice to see you both as well. It really is. Let's have a look at. That's probably why I liked it, because more malt forward and citrus. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is, Dave, because to me, definitely on that palate, maltier than it is citrus. 100% it is. Mrs. B. I know. Missed last time as well. Unbelievable. Hi, Mrs. B and hi, Shark, from Mark. But yeah, overall, so if someone said to me then, which one out of the 4, so we've got the ginger, we've got the stout, we've got the New England, and we've got the Locky, the American Pale, which one was your favourite out of the 4 on the night? Well, I know which one Mrs. B's, that would be, yeah, that your favourite. Definitely Mrs. B's favourite. I think I'm going to go with the stout. For me, the stout, it was great on cask. It's great in the can. And the Get Locky is a good beer. I just wish now I had it on cask last week like Dave did, because it would have been really good to have been able to taste the 2 differences. All great beers, but for me, the one that I think stands out for me is a stout. The one that stands out for Mrs. B was always going to be the one that's less bitter and throws out them super juicy tropical fruits as well. Miss, you got hard, still here. Just can't really see him, can you? There's the real Mr. B. Is there? Did you go and celebrate? Did you go down and apparently it was absolutely crazy down there. Cheers, Joe. Yeah, we're doing all right. We'll have to chat private. Yeah, Mr. Gonk. So any questions before I go? Hopefully I've given you enough information. I will get that back up on the bottom there. That's Four Priests. If you want to go and show some love to Andy as well. I had to dig out the 90s double-decker bus for the parade. Woo-hoo. There you go, Joe Mark. Slurpee wants to fight you. Slurpee's with his fighting talk. Yeah, so no, it's been a good. I've done just I don't know how I'll see the time. I think I'm coming up to nearly an hour. But it's been good. Just wanted to do this. I've got another live coming up on Thursday because it's Good Friday here. So I'm off on the Friday, so I'm going to do Thursday. I'm red hot. I'm burning up. It's alcohol in here. And it's so warm in this room. It's all the fridges. I'll have to start doing is it the naked chef? The naked beer reviewer. Oh, don't. Just so it's cooler. I'm going to be doing some reviews, live beer reviews on Thursday, 8:30. And they're the beers Slurpee gifted me last week from the Isle of Man. And then on Easter Sunday.
Why did I just do that?
What was that?
That was ice exploding in my glass.
What the fuck? Just made me swear. And then Easter Sunday, I'm off on Bank Holiday Monday, and I'm going to do 2 beers from Carew, which is another Isle of Man brewery, again from Slurpee. So I'll see you all next Thursday and next Sunday. So thank you all for joining in. Really do appreciate it. Such a small channel, and I appreciate every comment and every interaction. Cheers, Dave. You take care. Yep, cheers. Wow, these are coming up now. Isle of Man beers are on fire. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them. I really am. Cheers, Simo. Appreciate it, mate. Bloody language, I know. Actually, that's she made me she made me do it.
Why do you always blame me?
Cheers, Kevin. Cheers, Simo. Cheers, Paul. Right, I will end it here if I know how to do that. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for commenting. It's really appreciated. I will go and enjoy these beers now. And if you got the chance, nip in on Thursday, say hello. I really do appreciate it. Cheers, everyone. Take care from myself.
Bye.
Bye.
Mr. B goes around the world again. So if you like, then stick around. Cheers to the nights we banish all our fears. Mr. B will raise the bar, you bet. With every pint of ale we won't forget. Crafted to perfection every brew. Sips of magic in a world so true. Join the rebel toast another round. In the stars our joy is truly found. If you like